ask you about Cody Rhodes. You know, a year ago it seems crazy that he would have jumped and went to WWE, but he has. He's injured at the moment. But what do you think of his run so far in WWE? And do you think that when Cody comes back, he's going to be, you know, one of the top guys, you know, going forward permanently?
Yes. Here's the thing. From the time AEW got formed, I said, what is wrong with this picture? One of these things is not like the other. Cody did never fit with Kenny Olivier and the Hardley Boys and their comedy wrestling and their indie mindset and their, you know, everybody can participate because this business is all a joke, you know, motto. He was even if Cody had a healthy ego, so did his dad, and every big star has an ego. And Cody made some, I think, mistakes in his presentation with bringing his entire family, social circle of friends, training students, and dog into it, because any babyface with that kind of entourage and retinue is going to get some heat, especially when they tried to take a crowbar and put brandy into every goddamn nook and cranny of that program. But still, Cody's the best worker between all of them. I'm talking about the EVPs that existed. He's better than Olivier and obviously better than the Hardley Boys. He's also a better promo. He's also has more experience at a high level. And he's interested in booking, promotion, that type of thing because of his lineage. And Brian Last actually started calling this. I didn't think he'd ever leave because I thought, well, for better or worse, even if they don't all like each other, get along, whatever, they're stuck with it now. Brian started calling it that Cody'd be the first one to leave and he would go back in a more prominent position, and son of a gun, wouldn't you know who won the pony? Because Cody, as soon as he showed up on Raw, or as soon as he showed up at WrestleMania first and then on Raw, the point, as soon as he joined the WWE, he's tailor-made for it. He's neither an indie-rific trampoline cowboy like the indie crew that they've got in AEW, nor is he really a pro wrestler per se. He's a sports entertainer. He fits the WWE presentation, and they know how to market a guy like that who can fit into that system. And he looked like a bigger star and was taken by the WWE fans like a bigger star his first week in WWE than he ever was in AEW, because it's the right person in the right place at the right time when they were shorthanded. And they said, you could tell Vince immediately said, okay, we need to make a star. We need to push this guy. And they gave him everything that he needed. And then comes the, you know, fucking thing that happens, the injury bug, the worst thing at the worst time. But it was already working. You could tell that they had long-term plans for it. Because it was working so well, I don't think when Cody comes back, I think he'll pick up where he left off. I hope that they figure out some kind of way, like we had to 25 years ago with Steve Austin when his neck was bad, to keep him. You can't, if he's going to be out that long, you can't keep him on TV every week for 9 months or whatever the fuck. But before he's ready to come back, you could bring him back into the mix and get people realizing that he's still going to be part of this thing without actually having to have him wrestle. And I think that would be a good idea, to maybe shoot something in advance of his comeback so that he can be really into it. But I think Cody's good when he comes back.
And we because WWE have always had a habit in the past of when they bring somebody in who was in a different company, that they don't, they kind of neuter them a little bit. Whereas with Cody, they gave the full experience of what he was when he was in AEW. Were you shocked by that? They let him have the music, they let him have the look, they let him have the name that he'd created in AEW. Were you surprised that they went that far with it?
No, because actually it all fit. In hindsight, the perfect thing for Cody to do was go somewhere else and then come back. And I've always said, how can I miss you when you won't go away, right? But it fits in the WWE. I want to win the title that my daddy never got. He had his hands on it. I've got the picture of him, but it was stolen away from him on that controversial decision. And now 45 years later, the prodigal son comes back to win the title that his daddy. That's a great stuff. And that's the kind of shit that Cody wants to be involved in, because it's wrestling, it's sports, but it's also entertainment and drama. So that right there, with the music and everything, that's how you can tell that Vince was sold on, I'm going to push this guy and I like this story and we're going to go with it. And that's why Cody left, because he could get the perfect story for him in a top spot in the biggest wrestling company in the world. Or he could stay over there and watch a bunch of schizophrenic, outlaw-minded goofballs have, 5 different television programs in a 2-hour period.
I had always heard that if you were in the main event of WrestleMania, you're making 7 figures. Easy. Like, no doubt about it. No doubt about it whatsoever. When I got the check, it was considerably less than that. Now, I don't want to say what it was, because it was still a shitload of money, but it wasn't the WrestleMania payoff that I had always heard about.